Yeah, so this was part two. Also, I know you. I think you guys are gonna like this meme. It's called "Our expectations for you were low," but holy fuck, because the Democratic Party is like. Let's be very clear. Y'all already know our expectations of the Democratic Party are low. They're so low, and I actually hate the fact that like I used to be such a huge advocate for the Democratic Party, honestly. It's because, I'm a young person too, so, it took a bit of learning and it took a bit of like really educating myself on like how politics works and things like that. But like I used to be such a stan for Joe Biden, for Barack Obama, and for the Democratic Party. And to see these people for who they truly are, it's really enlightening. It's also frustrating too because it's like, okay, you guys claim to be this morality party. We go low when they go low, we go high bullshit statements, but we get and none of it. None of it. You don't have any kind of good leadership on any side of the party. I hate this time that we're living in. I hate this culture war bullshit that we're living in. I hate this sensitivity culture that we're living in. It's just I, honestly, I wish I could come here with more enthusiastic news and more enthusiastic like talking points. And honestly, I hopefully I wouldn't have to like continue really doing these politic channels. Like I do want to talk about pop culture and things like that, but it's just that a lot of this stuff is also really in our face, and it's just like how do you avoid it? How do you avoid not talking about it and not talk about the situations that we're in? And whatever side we feel about Roe versus Wade, and because at a point in time, I actually used to be really pro life, honestly, because obviously due to like religious beliefs and cultural beliefs and things like that. But if you really do educate yourself on what Roe versus Wade does, and people think that Roe versus Wade only is like about abortion and things like that. No, it's also about contraceptives, and people think that sometimes contraceptives are just for sex or things like that, but no, it's also for different things as well. I am someone who suffers from HS, and people from HS who have HS sometimes need birth control to help with their conditions. So it's something to educate yourself on. So I would say I'm more moderate on when it comes to pro-choice, honestly. So yeah, it's really tough times. It's really tough times. And honestly, I can't even really criticize the Republican Party like that if I can't criticize the Democratic Party at the end of the day. I need to criticize my own first before I can criticize anybody else. And truly, honestly, even though unfortunately, and I say this with emphasis, unfortunately, I am registered as a Democrat, but because I do want to vote in the primaries and things like that, and I know people who registers as register as independents can't vote in the primaries, which is like stupid, and I wish they would change that. But truly, like I feel like who I am as a person, I'm independent. Like I don't like subscribing as a Democratic Party does not do me justice personally, and doesn't do the American people justice, and I think that it's just a really stupid party. Like I hate the people that are representing the Democratic Party. I hate the people that are making these laws and also backstabbing us, and not only stabbing us but like in the back but stabbing us in the front, because I just saw, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys so you guys can know. Let me show you guys, because y'all think that this here, cuz and this is why I know the Democratic Party is full of shit. Look at this. President Biden is poised to nominate an anti-abortion Republican attorney for federal judgeship in Kentucky in apparent deal with Mitch McConnell. Do you see how feckless the Democratic Party is. Now you see why I go so hard. Now you see why I always make these videos. Because it's like they do one thing and then it's something else. Look at this. Opposes nomination. It's clear that this is part of a larger deal on a judicial nominations between the president and McConnell. I strongly oppose this deal and Meredith being nominated for the position. The last thing we need is another extremist on the bench. Like, do you see how feckless Joe Biden is? And this is why the meme goes so, it's so perfect for him. Like, our expectations were so low for him, but God, my God. And this is why I don't like Democratic right. And let me tell you something right now. I don't care what, at first I was thinking, I know in my previous videos I said, definitely the Democrats are definitely losing in 2022 as far as when it comes to midterms. And I wasn't sure yet because we're not as there yet when it comes to 2024 that Joe Biden was going to lose and he was going to become a one-term president. But even though his poll numbers are down, because you just never know, especially like when you're like 2 years before the time. But honestly, truly, the way Joe Biden is going and the way things are just like terrible right now, I honestly truly believe that Joe Biden is going to become a one-term president. I don't think like either the Democratic Party needs to find, but then again, I have no faith in the Democratic Party because they're gonna try to freaking put Pete Buttigieg or freaking Kamala Harris. Who, by the way, Kamala Harris is also unpopular. People don't like to talk about that. I think she's more unpopular than Joe Biden. So it's just like okay. So either they're gonna prop somebody up, and they didn't do it now. I hate when people try to, wait till the last minute to try to pop up certain candidates. No, do that shit now if you're gonna do it. Because I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not voting for Joe Biden in 2024. It's not happening. There's too many things where he's dropped the ball on. He's a do nothing president. I don't like him. He's trash. Kamala Harris is trash. His whole administration is trash, and his stands are trash. I don't understand why there stands for politicians. Why are there fans and stands for politicians? They are politicians. And I know I'm ranting and I'm going off, but it's just like I'm so upset because it's just like I wish more people saw through the BS of what's going on today. And I think I'm going to end this strip because now I'm getting heated and I'm getting hot. But you guys, we honestly like I'm gonna say this before, and it pisses me off when I saw this. Honestly, it really made me mad. It really made me mad. But honestly, guys, we really gotta like vote in our own best interest. Honestly, like we need to stop with the whole like, oh, because that certain group or that. No, we need to vote for our own best interests. Okay, no matter what side you're going. If you think that this is something that's gonna benefit you, but also think about your fellow American too while you're voting. Me, I'm someone that like I do vote for myself, but I also got to think about so many other people, my fellow neighbors and my fellow citizens as well. We really got to think about that when we're voting. So please stop voting for these establishment motherfuckers because they're not gonna help us. They're not gonna save us. The Joe Bidens, the Kamala Harrises, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, all of them, they're not going to help us. We need to vote in our own best interest. And these people are not within our best interest. Joe Biden is not within our best interest. And we really need to, we deserve better. Honestly, we deserve better. But thanks, guys, for listening to my little rant.